Hello, good evening, Twin Minds here. After a very long time away, we are back with a brand new run of extremely heavily modded Kerbal Space Program. Indeed. Indeed. It's been a long time. I've been working on this mod pack for quite some time with help of Demos. Speaking of Demos, hi Demos. Hi Trix, hi the One. How you guys doing? So this modded run is heavily based on in situ resource gathering, colony management, interstellar travel, visiting several new distant planets, all sorts of fun stuff. Lots of modded planets, lots of modded parts. Lots of modded features, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, looking forward to it. I've already been playing for a bit as I've tested out my mods, and as I decided, my previous KSP 1 and 2 runs were very heavily focused at the very beginning of the game. A lot of early launches, early science gathering, all that kind of stuff. So I did all that stuff already. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? So I did all that stuff already. So we have a bit of a space program in progress. These little green men have already tasted space. They have already sent a couple probes out there, and they already have the very beginnings of their own little space station. So we'll get in and we'll cover all the stuff and see what happens. Fair warning, load times are garbage. Load times are absolute garbage. None of them have tasted vacuum yet, thankfully. There was one that got homesick and didn't want to work anymore, so I had to have the drone drive them home. But I think that's the worst issue that we've had so far. So the plan for tonight is we need to expand that space station so that they can survive longer durations up there in orbit. And then we got to work on expanding. We have things to do. Ooh, I need to turn down those bird chirpings. A lot of birds. Birds! Chill. Chill, birds. Birds. Shh. Not nearly enough bird turning down. That's a little bit better. They're more distant. They're more distant memories rather than standing on my mic and screaming in my ear. So we have a little bit more of an expanded Kerbal Space Center with a few extra launch pads and extra buildings and whatnot. We have clouds. We have water. We have all sorts of fun stuff. So, shall we look at what's already in progress? Now, this is probably going to be a mixed bag of streams and or videos, depending on what I'm feeling and what the situation might call for. And or edited streams down to bite-sized videos. But I haven't quite decided on how much work I'm going to put into it yet. I'm not entirely sure, but I think the Kerbals came before Rabbids. I know the Kerbals came before Minions. Minions are just green Kerbals. Or yellow Kerbals, there we go. Okay. So we have a few orbit lines. Let's see. We've got Rabbids, minions, and Kerbals are all basically the same creature. So we have things. Is that the orbit they want? That might be the orbit of a scan mission. I don't recall for sure. Alright. So we've got around Kerbin, we have a small relay satellite. I didn't turn down that music too, jeez. Okay. They're short, squat, conic heads, and they talk in high-pitched gibberish. And they waddle around on their squat little legs. You can't tell me that they're not similar. Minions are capable of space travel. They've been in space. Pretty positive. Alright, did the one enjoy you lurking? Alright, so we have a relay satellite here. We have a scanning satellite here. We'll get to the space station in a bit, but the space station is here. Further out, the orange line I think is one of my missions that I accepted. And then we have new objects in space. For anyone who is not used to seeing the inner Kerbin system so populated, this is what we got going on. So we've got Canyon as a new inner moon. Apparently I have a mission to do something around Canyon at a very low orbit, but it's okay. I currently have a single orbiting satellite around there. And then we have the Mun, where we have two orbiting relays around the Mun at give or take 500,000 meters orbit. And then we have Titania with a lovely orbital relay up here at 650, apparently. No, 527 is the alt, not the velocity. Titania is interesting in that it has a very large atmosphere, about as big as Kerbin's. And then there's ones that we haven't looked at yet. I haven't visited at all. We've got Heraclitius, and then Minmus is out here, obviously, but I haven't touched it yet either. And that is it. And we're not going to scroll out until we get to some of those points, like where I want to start planning outer missions and whatnot. But for right now, we're still in the Kerbin system. We have things out and about and orbiting. I may or may not have some debris out there in various places that have not quite made it back home. I do have plans to take care of my debris. I might not get the one that's orbiting the sun itself, but I have plans to take care of my debris, so we're leaving it there, not deleting it. It's gonna be one of my ongoing tasks. All right, so that's the current thing, and then let's visit the TTI orbital habitat. See what we got going on here. I need to turn down that music. I forgot. It's just so nice and chill. Ah, tricks with the jokes. So we've got distant objects. I think that's what the mod's called. So you can see a handful of things out there. Oh no, did all my Kerbals stop working on me? Oh no, what happened? Hang on. That's not enough. Alright, well this is my little orbital station. It's lovely, but it's soon to be expanded. Hopefully what we send up there will kick these Kerbals back into gear. I was not expecting them to go dumb as a box of rocks. Well, why are you dumb as a box of rocks? What happened? What happened? I had like 100-something days up here. Oh no, I didn't have. Well, I did have 100-something days up here. What happened? Boo! I sucks. Boo! Let's see. Are you? So you're my habitation module. Let's see if I can transfer someone out of here into somewhere else. And you guys are still not living and cooperating? Nope. Okay. Okay. Well, my space station expansion mission has turned into an expansion plus rescue mission. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to be doing this quite a lot, I am sure. I didn't quite catch exactly which reason they're failing, but it looks like they ran out because of supplies. And that's fair, because I don't think I added very many supplies up here. Yeah, we're definitely out of supplies. Okay, well that's fine, I guess. We've got plenty of snacks, but just not nearly enough supplies for the Kerbins to set up there. Okay, okay. Well, it's pretty anyway. So this is our lovely little space station. It's doing the thing, and you can see Canyon. I think that's Titania over there, and then various other dots of things that we may or may not be visiting in the future. Hopefully we'll visit some of them. Put a lot of effort into installing all those things. I don't even know what that dot is. I can't click on that one. That might be Minmus if I can't click on it. That's too close. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is our space station, and we're gonna try to expand it tonight. So let's go back to the Space Center and work on doing that. It's fine. They just get a little bit antsy without their snacks and supplies. So we have the snacks life support. We also have USI life support. So both of those combined make for a little bit of a trickier survival experience. Not quite TAC or whatever the other tricky life support ones are, but you know, a little bit on the trickyish side. Okay, so missions. Let's just look at the missions in here. So we have a mission to perform target scanning while docked with the orbital habitat. So we can just bring up a scanner at some point. We have a mission to expand the crew capacity with a new Kerbal, and we have a mission to bring a Thinker research lab up there. So all three of those things are planned. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to get Ribden from. I think he might be one of those new Kerbals that gets created as part of the mission. Updated to support 11 Kerbals. I think it can currently support 6. I'm pretty positive. Let's see. Oh no, wait. Ribden is one of my dudes up there. Forgot about that name. So Ribden's just complaining. Fair enough. Take Ribden outside to get some fresh air. Okay, we can do that. I don't think outside is where the fresh air is going to be located, but whatever. You do you, bud. So launch new habitation module. I don't have a specific habitation module planned, So we'll have to figure something out, because the expansions that I had planned were scientific in nature. But we'll figure something out. So Demos, I might need your assistance. I'm still not great at Rendezvous, so I might need help with that. Yes, Gila, hi. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Oh, for crap's sake. It just keeps growing. The bundle. This is some sort of bug. I don't know exactly what's causing it, but I have a bug that just keeps adding more and more things to the center of my new spacecraft center. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. So we actually need a new craft, but I think I need to load an existing one first. Let's see. Sure, let's look at this one. Yep. This is how I got the first space station up there. There's a big old heavy launcher. Send it up in one piece. Just the whole darn thing. So we're gonna do that again, but better this time. All right, so the next expansion part, or the first expansion part that needs to go up, is this lovely space station hub, or the space station science hub. It is a multi-node laboratory from the HabTech 2 mod, I do believe, with a couple small attachment parts from the Station Parts Expanded mod. This one is just for research, so this will not satisfy the habitation aspect of it. But we need to tack on a few things to make it all work. We need to tack on these things. Construction ports. And then we might as well slap on the big one while we're up here. And I need to slap a little one down here. Alright, that will supposedly get me to a spot where I can attach this thing to stuff. The one thing I don't know is if I can I slap one of these? There. Yes, perfect. So we need one of these to go up to attach to the spot that this is going to attach to on the space station. And that should be it. This bit needs to go up to space. So let's see if we can send it to space. I don't know if I need to add anything else. Let's see about doing maybe like a heat shield, which I think are in the aero parts. Yeah. Are you the right size? No. Are you the right size? No. Are you the right size? Hey, there we go. Let's maybe do a heat shield for launching this thing up into space instead of like a full fairing, because this thing is otherwise fairly aerodynamic. Maybe that will work. And then we can just undock this doodad once we get up there and send that bit down. That'll be fine. And then, if I send this up, as my attachment point, then maybe I can take this part off and restow it or slap it onto a different part of the space station. So this will come up with the rocket, but it should be fine. It should be fine. It's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. All right. So let's see about adding something to launch this bugger up there with. I do have my previous heavy launcher. Looks like that's not quite enough delta V to cut it. At least I don't think so. So we probably need to slap on something with a little bit more oomph to it. So let's do. That's itty bitty. These are all itty bitty. You know what? That's fine. Give. Your SAS is Retron Pro. That's probably fine. Let's do. Which size are you? Are you big enough? Yeah, there we go. Let's just slap some power into this. Then how much power do I have to slap under it? That looks like some power. Probably need some controller on this thing. I don't know if that's enough control. What about let's go with. Do you have enough thrust? No. You have enough thrust? You got enough thrust. That's not big enough of a node thingy. All right. What about that? That's enough thrust. Sure. That's big enough. There we go. And then we need a decoupler. There we go. Alright, the only thing I don't think we have on here is any sort of RCS or wheel rotation or anything like that to get this thing in line. Oh. Maybe that should just come up and stay with me. No, because I won't be able to get rid of the heat shield. Alright. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Well, so we've got the, I got the little probe core up there, but I do need to send up an engineer that will probably be coming back down again. So I probably need to rethink this a little bit. So in theory, this segment here will be pushing this into matching orbit and get it all connected, and then go back home again with the Kerbal engineer. So I probably need probably instead of this cone, I need... That one? Yeah, that one. Something like that. So this should have enough rotation control, potentially, to move to rotate this little segment. Do I need RCS to get this thing into place? I don't know. Should I probably do that anyway? Probably, yeah. So where is my... let's see, this one. Where's my center of mass on this thing? That's fine. Alright, so we need some RCS. I don't have much in the way of RCS unlocked yet. That's a bit of a problem. I guess I have these things. Okay, well, that's fine. Slap some of those things down. The RCS on these, I guess, don't need to be anywhere in particular. But that'll do. Maybe I should put them here as well. And then I suppose with great RCS comes great responsibility, and the need to actually put in some monopropellant. Probably should do that. Let's do that down here. That is too much. That is too much monopropellant. Maybe a little bit of monopropellant. Let's do a quick test and see if this thing even comes close to getting off the ground, and it's not going to get off the ground. I don't have enough thrust there. Right. Alright. So you are my problem at 0.8 thrust to weight. Do I have anything beefier, perhaps? Which one are you? You're the KW. You're this one at, geez, almost 500. Alright. What else do we got? Even this thing doesn't have enough. We could slap a couple of these down. That's enough thrust to weight. What about... Do I have any splitters? I do have some. Do I have any that work or look better than that? No. I do not. That looks silly. That looks silly. We'll take that off, and we'll just slap this thing down here with less symmetry. Something like that. Alright, then we need some wings. So let's just test this thing as it is, and see if it's got enough oomph to do the thing. We'll throw up Bill because he's going to be joining this thing, and we will send this up as save. All right, test flight. This does not have enough juice, so we're gonna have to slap on some boosters, but otherwise this should be good. Hopefully. I need to first test the amount of RCS, thrust, and juice remaining that this thing has, because if those little tacked on side elements of RCS aren't enough, then I'm gonna have to do a bigger tank. So how y'all doing out there? Are you enjoying our first foray back into the Kerbal Space Center? I know Deimos is deep in interstellar space at this point. He's had a little bit of a head start on me. Too busy stuffing your face with popcorn. That's fair. All right, we're just gonna send it and see what happens. Rocket. Deimos, how much juice is normally required to get a rocket up around low orbit? I always thought the number was somewhere around like 3,500 or something like that, Delta V. But unfortunately, we don't have Delta V calculators in this game, unlike KSP2. Exactly, Bloody Beer Man. I do typically just wing it and go as overpowered as I possibly can. But so far, this thing's pushing just fine. I was actually expecting a little bit of flex from this, but I'm not getting any flex, which is good. That's literally just a docking port. So I was expecting it to be a little bit more on the wiggly side of things, but apparently we're good. What the hell kind of a mode is that? Dodging bullets and shit. Oh. Went a little bit too hard. Okay, there we go. Let's hold that for a minute. Too high, I want to go back down. So the keen-eyed among you will note that there's a few buttons to work with. A few buttons to work with. And a few more buttons to work with. We got a lot of buttons. One of my goals is to try to slim down these buttons. Figure out which ones are actually useful and which ones might be worth potentially getting rid of to speed up the game ever so slightly. I'm not sure how many of them I'm going to succeed at getting rid of, but we're going to try. Alright, so we're currently coasting up to 84. I probably should just push that to 100, give or take. And that's where the orbit is. There we go. I have the tiniest sliver of... I have 7 delta V left in this thing. Okay, well, that's fine. Just accept the 15 FPM frames per month. We're currently rocking 11 to 15 FPS, depending on which direction I'm looking and how fast I'm moving things. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and boot. So one of my goals in this overall playthrough is as much stage recovery as I can. And that's either through making sure that these pushing segments are going to drop back down with enough parachute to recover themselves, or any debris that's left in orbit gets recovered at some point. So I have plans to deal with most of that. We've already burned 4 of our 48. Oops, right. Turns out you have to actually hold where you point, or it's going to go back the way you don't want it to be. That's fine. Okay. There we go. So we've used almost 10 of our 48 monopropellant. So these little side nubbins are probably not going to be enough. I mean, I could probably get away with it if I'm patient and only use the RCS for the final maneuvers getting this thing attached. But yeah. Alright, so what if we scoot up a little bit and nudge that thing out of the way? Okay, it didn't work. What if we nudge that thing further out of the way? There we go. Just a little bonking. It's fine. It's fine. Look at that. Our previous stage is all the way back there. Alright, so now we're going to attempt to push this thing into an orbit of some kind, just to see how much oomph we can get out of it. So this was 30-something hundred delta V, I think. 300, something like that. So this thing can hit an orbit. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Get back here. Go back straight. You silly goose. Not entirely sure why I decided to start tipping upward like that. Plumes. The pretty plumes. If I set you as target, there we go. You as target. How do we get to you? I'm really bad with the rendezvous, so that's a thing I'm gonna have to focus on. I need to get better at planning those things. Oh, you're out of juice. Okay. So 30-something hundred Delta V was not nearly enough to get ourselves into an actual orbit. Cool. Cool. So Effie, are you talking about a test of the stream, or are you talking about a test of the launch? Because this is absolutely a test of the launch. But in terms of actually playing a round of KSP, full thing. No, this was just a test launch. Yeah. So we need to use what we have learned. And I have no such qualms about reverting to launch, reverting to VAB, all that stuff. I'm not doing any sort of like hardcore no reversion kind of stuff. I tried that in my previous run, and it was unpleasant, very unpleasant. Ah, sweet Jesus. Why? Why? There's even more now. Alright. Alright. That's fine. Okay. So, we need more monopropellant. Now these, I don't think we can... Can we change these? Nope, one. This one. Can we change these? Ah, we can change these. That's better. That's better. There we go. So a little bit more monopropellant. All right, so we got more monopropellant to be able to handle more maneuvering. This thing, I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this all the way up at the station or not. Because we do need more of these construction ports. These are the construction ports from the construction mod, which I think is part of the USI collection, that lets you kind of forcefully connect and attach things. So this one could potentially go up there and stay up there for another module, but I'm going to end up sending up modules with them anyway, so I don't foresee the need of an extra one. So this one might just be a dump launch. iSucks, are you unfamiliar with the game? Because that was just a test launch. That was just me launching to see if I could actually get this thing up into space. We got plenty more to do. You can land on planets, you can plant flags, you can build space colonies, you can... I'm currently working on... This piece here is going to be a bolt-on attachment to my current space station that's in orbit. So we need to get it up there so I can attach it to my space station. That's the whole thing we're planning on doing right now. Alright, that goes there. Okay, so from that little run, we know we need more juice, but also, do we need anything else? We had a decent control. It wasn't the greatest control, but it was acceptable. So I think we just need more oomph power. Not necessarily need to be a rocket scientist, but there is definitely a steep learning curve for sure. There is no doubt about that. You know what? Let's switch to SXT tanks. Just for funsies. Get you guys out of here. These look a little bit prettier. Because, yeah, you got to go through the build and design phases. You've got to know how much of everything you need to get where you're trying to go. So that gives me another 400 Delta V, I think. Whoops. Nope. There we go. So yeah, 3,100 total Delta V. But with the added one, 3,600 Delta V. But we're barely at the thrust to weight here. But that thrust to weight gets better as we get higher up, and this is going to be mostly my getting to orbit stage. So I think that'll be fun. So let's slap some boosters on this thing and see if we can get enough juice to space. Let's see. You will do just fine. Let's try 2 of them to start. Stick with building houses and bases. That's fair. That's fair. You do you. Alright. What's enough oomph and juice to get this thing moving? Is this enough? That gives me 4,000 Delta V. What about more? 4,300 Delta V. Okay. That's not bad. 4,300 Delta V should be enough to get up to orbit and back again. So I'm afraid to open the KSpedia, but I think we have a Delta V map in here somewhere. I'm afraid to open it because it's a little bit much of stuff in here. Orbital basics, orbital maneuvers. Where's my Delta V maps and things? Do we have one of those in here, or am I imagining things? Make it go. Make it go. Make it go. I don't think we have one. It's kind of we had Delta V map in here. All right, fine. What about to the Googles? To the Googles. All right, let's see. Kerbal. 3,400 Delta V supposedly to get to orbit. 4,500 for a geostationary. So that's 4,500 should be enough then, because we're not trying to get to geostationary. We're just trying to get to 150, I think. Something like that, meters up, kilometers, yeah, 150 kilometers, yeah, numbers. So I think should be enough. Should. Let's find out. Okay, so let's see if we can get these things to be roughly retrievable. I only have 4,300 Delta V, but it should be fine. Maybe. But let's get some landing bits on here. Get those things recoverable. Get you recoverable. Is that recoverable enough? Which one are you? 17% recoverable. That's not recoverable enough. What about... What about... I might not be able to recover that one. These are fine. These are at 90-something%. The only way I'm going to get this more recoverable is if I slap more parachutes on it. That changes it to 85%. Okay, we'll take it. And then we need to get this guy back home again. So, ideally, this will be able to come home again. If not, it's staying up in orbit until it can get refueled to go back home again. So we need to slap on parachutes. Let's put one. I need to. Where's the door on this thing? Is that the door? Or is that the door? I think that might be the door. So let's slap this there. Is that enough? Is that enough parachute? That is not enough parachute. Okay. What about? What about one of you? And what about you? That's a little better. 80-something% recoverable at 8.6 meters a second dropped. That's more than survivable. Will be good. Okay. So let's check our staging, because that's always a problem. Okay, so the reviews on KSP2 are not representative of what the game actually is. They're just representative of the community's upset at how the publishing company handled the situation and abandoned the game. So KSP2 was actually pretty good for being a relatively early access game that still needed quite a bit of development, which was all on the roadmap. But it was definitely abandoned hard and fast. Okay, so big old push boosters. Then we kick off their parachutes and drop them off the main rocket. We can kick off the main booster, main central booster when we do that. And then I think we need another stage to kick that off and set off its large amount of parachutes. And kick off the next booster. And then these two parachutes can be deployed in stages. Okay, so we ended up with 4,200 Delta V. And it should be fine. Should. Probably. So let's save that. And if that ends up being good, then this whole launch component here can get saved as like a heavy booster for all of my various launches, because all of them are going to be roughly the same size. So minor tweaks here and there should be enough to do the job. So let's launch it and see if it go. I didn't remember to put the right Kerbal on there. Damn. We'll see if the right Kerbal's in there automatically. They usually aren't. Yeah, KSP2 brought a lot of hopes and dreams with it. And they added a lot of nice new bits and pieces, a lot of visual enhancements, decent amount of performance improvements, honestly, and a lot of grand plans for the future. But whatever happened, Take-Two decided that they were going to silently fire everyone and silently abandon the game without telling anyone. To this day, they still have not acknowledged that they have stopped developing the game. It's stupid. Yeah, I don't even have a Kerbal in here. I need to get one of those. Let's get a Kerbal. Exactly. Cancel launch. I wonder if I'd get more Delta V out of a more aerodynamic nose cone. Because the nose cone on this thing is not aerodynamic. It's rather flat. But I don't know how much Delta V I'd get out of it to be worth making that kind of change. Ah, Jesus. Okay. I mean, it's got a nose. It's just a try not to burn up leaving the atmosphere nose, not a let's do this efficiently nose. So let's change it and see what happens. So we currently have 4255. I'm gonna change the Kerbal now before I forget. No jab. No jab. You don't get to go with. Compendium multi-node, so that's this thing. Okay. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's like a cork. It's a make sure nothing explodes attachment, not a doing it well or efficiently attachment. So what about you big enough? You big enough? I could make it big enough. I suppose that's a thing. Do I have anything else that looks right? I do. Okay, so 4266. If we take that off and put that on 4399. Ooh. We get an extra 150 Delta V by doing correct aerodynamics. Go figure. All right, well, we'll take it then. That's fine. Do I need to recover that part? It's worth 450 bucks. Probably not worth recovering that part. Okay, that's fine. So I do appreciate. Actually, iSucks. That was a good call, because that might have actually saved this mission by giving me a little bit more room to work with. Okay, make sure we check our staging. Check our staging. Is my staging command still good? Yes. My staging command is good. Alright, that, yep. That, and that, yep. That, and that. Okay, we're good. Save. Launch. Now, I could rotate this thing and have it facing the opposite direction so the narrow end is pointed forward instead of trying to push the thick end first. But, fuck it. Hold on. Should I be saying fuck it? Hang on. Thinking. I probably shouldn't be saying fuck it. I probably should be setting this thing correctly. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hang on. Did I not put the right amount of thought into this? I didn't put the right amount of thought into this. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Hang on. Thinking. So, pushing this thing up into space. Great. It works just fine. However, this is the end that I need to attach to the space station. So if this end is not exposed when we're bringing it up there and pointing it at the space station, my only option is to detach this thing and hopefully let it navigate itself, which it doesn't have a probe core to do that. So I need to flip this thing on its head and push it the other direction. Balls! Well, at least I thought about that now instead of well after the fact. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. See, this is why we revert and test. Okay, so let's rethink this attachment situation. So you're probably not going to be needed. Let us reroute down to here. I need to take this off. I don't have a way to attach that. How does that work? Hey, Lizzie, how you doing? What if we just put this as a temporary sub-assembly? Get rid of that. Reslap? No. How do we flippy? Because I can't do that. Flippy. I didn't know you could reroute the stuff floating in space. That's neat. Neat. Okay. So that's what I need. That does not look like a great connection. But it's fine. It'll work. We're pushing the entire space station attachment on the probe core. It's fine. Maybe we can slap a couple struts on there to make it look legit. Strap a couple struts on there, make it look legit. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now, when this thing gets up into space, this part here will need to be removed by our lovely engineer Kerbal, who's going to have to get up and push. So let's make sure that he's in there. Jeb, get the frick out. So our engineer is going to have to get out and fly up here, remove this thing, and attach it to the space station. That's the first trick. He's going to have to do that, and then this part can get pushed to dock with it. So ideally, I would just fly this whole thing roughly into position, and then Bill's our engineer? Is it Bill or Bob? Bill. Bill's the engineer. He's going to get out. He's going to grab this thing and staple it to the space station. And then this pusher will just push a little bit forward and dock it. We should be good. Big old should on that one. Okay. Ooh, and we've gained delta V by making this nose cone a little bit more palatable. How about just a little bit more palatable? Nope, we'll lose delta V when we do that. All right. What about you? We lose 2 delta V by doing that. So I think that's just pointless to do. It's aerodynamic enough on its own. Sure, we'll call it that. Is everything else still good? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, good. Okay, everything else is still good. And then this thing will just come back down with this as it returns. So we should be good. My only concern is if this doesn't have enough juice to return. If Bill ends up stranded up there, this thing does not have a way to stay attached to the space station until it can be recovered. So it'll be fine. If it doesn't have enough juice to return, then it at least should have enough juice to get the heck away from the space station, so it doesn't bonk off of it. So it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Just got home from work, Lizzie. Nice. Whoop. I dropped my drink. I was overzealous in stirring my drink. No, it's not that bad. It was like 2 drops. Also, I am wearing my not flat we checked shirt to commemorate this lovely moment. Okay, so let's see about getting this thing to orbit. And I'm going to use this lovely tool that I already have fallen in love with, getting this thing to orbit accurately. So let's do... Where's the... Oh, where's the number I wanted? Where's the... That's the number I wanted. Let's put that to 100. And let it use time warp. Let it use staging. Let it go. Nice to have a nice chill shift. That's always good. Oh, we're pushing hard. Also pushing loud. Hang on. Let's turn you guys down a little bit. chill. Just a hair. Those should all go. Oh. They did not all survive the process. It's fine. The recovery of stages is more of a suggestion than a guide. So this is doing a full, proper, efficient gravity turn. Normally I would like to fly the rocket myself, but I did not excessively over-engineer this rocket with way too much delta V. So I would like to get as much efficiency out of it as I can. And that means letting the computers do the work for the moment. What do you mean Unity makes your head spin? Are you talking about the concept of making games in Unity, or the unity of people? Ah, yes, I have attempted to make games in Unity and Unreal. I am not smart enough for that. I feel like we're a little bit too horizontal. Could be wrong. But the gravity turn's doing the gravity turn thing, so I'm gonna let it do its thing and see how it comes out. This is a lot more gravity turn than I'm usually capable of. I usually go mostly up and then sideways. This is doing the whole proper sideways motion that I'm not great at personally. So we're just letting it do its thing. Oh, we're spinning. Well, that's neat. I mean, good luck. I would say it's definitely a worthy goal. Alright, now we're waiting and rotating. Yeah, I can do very rudimentary code. Nothing remarkable. Certainly not enough to do full gaming. And every time I've tried to put my brain to learning, it has not gone well. I would probably need a proper course. Yeah. I think Unity might be C#. One of them is C#, one of them is C++, and I can never remember which one it is between Unity and Unreal. But I think both of them have the possibility of adding other languages in there if you're more familiar with them, but natively there. C# or C++. Oh god! Oh god! Knight with the raid. And EOG with the raid. And D-Pain with the raid. I was waiting for that to pop up. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hi everyone. Unity was C#. Okay, I thought I remembered that. I didn't know if I remembered that correctly, but I thought I remembered it. Alright. Now we see, now that I have an even bigger audience, we see if I have the brain power to get this thing rendezvoused and connected. No pressure. Okay. So we are at orbit. This is, in theory, the real launch. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Come here. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. 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 He's a very squirmy boy. Very squirmy kitty boy. Tried to scoop the chair back and didn't work. I hold him like this sometimes. He's just a silly kitty. He's just a silly kitty. And beans. Beans. Okay. So, let's see if we can figure out how to merge these two thingies together. You are my target. Nope. You are my target. All right. So if I lower my speed a little bit, we can meet up on the other side of the planet, no problem. Unfortunately, that dips me down in the atmosphere, and I'll probably die. So let's not do that, shall we? Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. So then I need to figure out how we can get this thing doing the do. Yeah, orbital maneuvers to get rendezvous. That's definitely not one of my fortes. I used to be able to do it actually really well, but no longer. So let's start here and see if we can get something good. And if anyone has any tips on orbital rendezvous, by all means, let me know. Because I think if I pop this out, how do we check next orbit? Was there a method to see the next coming orbit? Nope, that is not the button. Zero that out. Oh no. I didn't plan and research well enough to know how to do this properly. I am lay dumb. So that gets me... Oh god, I thought that was close. That's 20 freaking kilometers away. That's better. But still 6 kilometers away, because we are not quite on the same plane. So I guess I probably need to fix the plane first, don't I? Alright. Fine. I'll fix your dang plane. Alright, so that's about a 0 plane. 0.02. 0.02. 0.02. Give or take. So that's fine. That'll be acceptable. So let's fix that plane first. Oh god, rotated too hard. I rotated too hard. Alright, fine. I am noticing one potential itty-bitty problem, and that is I don't have any power generation on this thing. Oops. Whoopsie doodle. Okay, so we're just doing a little bit of burn. To correct our plane. That'll do. All right. So how do we match up with this thing? So if I set this maneuver here. Oh, space is treating me okay, Knight. How are you doing? I'm just attempting to get a decent maneuver for a rendezvous, and I'm not great at this. I'm coming to learn. Yeah. So let's see, what do we got? Do we actually have anywhere these intersect at all? I don't think we have anywhere that they intersect. Okay. Got any rendezvous tips, Knight, since you've been playing this quite a bit? It has been a while, and I don't quite have my Kerbal legs on me. Let's put you there. Hello, kitten. How are you? Because I can do a big old maneuver like that and let it come back around. Oop. I did a thing. What did I do? There we go. Alright, separation's getting close. Under 2. Under 1. The best I could do is like 0.7, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. So that gives me basically a really hard burn to come back on the next orbit and intersect. But then I'm gonna have to doubly hard burn back the opposite direction. Which isn't terrible, and we've got the juice for it. So maybe we give that a shot. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a quick save here. See how this goes. Two kilometers is the number. I've always heard much lower number before being within range for a direct burn. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm trying to rendezvous with a really low orbit station, so I can't easily lower my orbit, for example, because that puts me straight back down in the atmosphere. So that's a thing to consider. So let's give this thing a shot. This puts me at closest approach at 0.8. We're going to need to do a new maneuver to drop our relative speed down to near zero once we get there, which is going to burn about 2/3 of my juice, but that should be enough to do everything that we need. Should be good. Alright. Let's see, this is going to be purely a pro-grade burn, so let's get spinning. Biggest problem I'm running into is the lack of juice that's remaining, because I forgot to slap little assistant solar panels on here. I don't know how long I've been on mute. It's fine. It's fine. I was talking to myself. I was also just really concentrating. But yes. So to reiterate what I was just talking to myself about, we have made the burn out to here, so that our next closest approach is 4.2 kilometers. I'm going to try to slim that out a little bit once we get up here. See if I can do anything to narrow that gap a little bit. And then, luckily our burn gave us enough juice to survive for a little bit, so that's good. Might even turn off SAS for a bit so that juice is not burning. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. How are you? Hello, kitties. Hello, kitties. Hi the kitties. The kitties. The kitties. The loud one. Hi. Hang on. The kitty. The kitty. The kitty. The kitty. Upside down kitty. Yes, Mom. Here, let's see if we can encourage some play. Oh, his tail is too tense. I can't get it to flop. His tail is too tense. Gil. He's yelling at me, so I'm playing with him. Cat. Okay. So, can we put a node up here somewhere to get this number closer? Closest I can get through this. Oops. Stab it. Closest I can get through this is 1 point. Oh. It's getting better. I can get it to 0.2 kilometer separation. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So let's see about doing that. Quick save. Warp it. I think the trickiest bit about this is you can only get these intersect nodes on the actual maneuver nodes. I can't seem to get that information on the actual orbit lines to tell me where I'm actually at. So I can see what the plan is, but depending on how successful that burn is, might not be according to plan. And even that little amount of RCS was enough to throw off the maneuver node. Cool. So I don't actually know what my final closest intersect is going to be until I think until I kill the maneuver node. Where you going, bud? Go that way. Go spin that way. Is that even remotely right? Maybe. We'll see. Point 2. Hey, there we go. Alright. So, we need to zero out our relative speed, give or take, right about here. So we need to burn a lot. Do we have... No. Okay. We just need to... We just need the hard burn. Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right at all. So the thing I'm finding with the maneuver node, and maybe this is just me not knowing how to do it, is the only way that I'm going to get a proper maneuver node. Nope, stop that. Stop it. The only way I'm going to get a proper maneuver node is to wing it. Because I don't see a way to change this maneuver node to be relative to target, only relative to current orbit. So my current target closest approach is here, so I would need to manually adjust my my orbit to that. Now here it says we're relative speed 27. I mean, I think we're getting there. Yeah, something didn't work quite right with that. It was so close, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, you're done. So I might need to just get there and do the burn anti-target, but I don't think I have anti-target SAS controls. Do I still have the marker with the target? Guess we're gonna have to find out, aren't we? Hmm. I was very close. I almost had it, and then the closest approach markers just suddenly shifted drastically, and then I lost it. So I don't know exactly what I did to lose it, but it wasn't good. There. That's better. Separation 0.8 kilometers, relative speed 10. So if I can adjust those numbers ever so slightly. I think that will mostly get me what I need. Mostly. Let's quick save that so we can have that maneuver node. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do. Alright, so that's pointing me roughly the right direction. Let SAS get it to chill. Turn off SAS so we can conserve some power. And let's warp to here to start off with. Oh, my juice. My juice. Okay. So let's see. So we are getting close. I don't know where my anti-target is. We need, yes, we need a severalith monitor. If I don't burn soon, I'm going to be out of juice. It's a bit of a problem. But I think if we start burning a little bit, anti-target will get a little bit. Okay, so let's kill the node. So we are 10 meters per second away, or 10 meters per second relative to the orbital hab. And where are we? It's right there. And we're gonna be, we're at 10 kilometers away from it here currently. So the question is, how badly did I fuck it up? If I put a maneuver here, can I get us even closer? That is too much multitasking. I don't know how you do that. I can't focus that much on that many things at once. Alright, we kill that. Okay. So in theory, we're close enough that I could potentially just burn straight at it. See, the problem is, for me, I multitask like mad, but if I don't focus on a specific task, I don't actually accomplish any of them correctly, or even remotely well. So we're trying the brute force approach, seeing how well this works. A little bit hard, but that's fine. This is where I think the brute force approach is not quite working for me, just because I didn't bring enough juice with me. Okay, so we're just about to hit our closest approach. Nope. I broke it. I broke it. So, orbital rendezvous maneuvers. Not my forte. I feel like I need to do better at that. Learn how to do better at that. Learn to better rocket. Yes, exactly. That 4 kilometer ahead was good to rendezvous, but I didn't know how to do it. And I didn't really have enough wiggle room delta V to work with. So I had a few problems with this. I had the problem where I forgot to tack on any sort of solar, so I was running out of actual electric charge, which kind of made me panic a little bit. And I just straight up don't know how to do orbital maneuvers very well. So that is a thing I need to learn. Is that a thing that I need to learn now? I don't know. I probably should practice that a little bit. So we have exactly 10 delta V left on this thing. So I think we gotta revert. And we gotta revert and fix some of my problems, like slap on some more delta V so we have more wiggle room, and solar panels so we can get juice. Maybe a little bit of power storage just to have some power storage. Kitty, hi. Kitty, hi. So it was close. It was close. So Demos, question. If we're 4 kilometers away, how do we finalize the orbit? Because I tried burning towards target. I tried burning prograde, retrograde. What the fuck? Alright. We're getting more and more things. So what I'm seeing here is every time I even graze the sub-assemblies, we get more sub-assemblies as part of my main ship. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just more. 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 All of them. Alright, so, don't save. This one. Okay, so we need more juice. I think we'll do that in the form of more launch juice. So maybe we just slap on another round of these things. Done. No, actually, let's do 2 stages. No, and then okay. Big push. Second push. Release first push. Third push. More push. Less push, etc. Okay. And then I think we need a reaction wheel in here somewhere. Which reaction wheels do we have? We have this one. It's not very big. This one, which is bigger. You got... Oh, that's an ejection. Oh, interesting. Regular old squad. So these ones are good. But they are also intended to be ejections or decouplers, which I don't need, so we can always turn that off. What do we got colors-wise? Because this is going there. What do we got for colors? We got Apollo Silver, Gemini Black, Restock White, Tantarus Olive or White, or Gray, or Black. Alright, I guess Restock White it is. That'll give me a little more in-flight control as well. But I need more power to be able to manage that. You, power-wise, are 0.6 per second. Power-wise on this one... Okay, that gives it in per minute. That's not as helpful of a conversion number. Space! Space ducks. How's it going, ducks? Okay. Let's see. Staging-wise, we're fine. These are all good. They're doing the things that they're supposed to do. These are all good. So we need power. Just need power. What do we got for power? We got some power. One of my favorites is not here yet. I thought I had one. This one. This is one of my favorites. Ooh, too many. Two of them. There's two of them. Two of them's fine. And then do we have any batteries that we can use? You look like batteries. You look like good batteries. That's probably fine. I don't think we need 1200 juice. 1200 juice might be a bit much. It's good juice, but oh, if I bring them up though, I could reattach them somewhere on the station. Sure, we'll bring them up. Why not? Why not? All right, so we have 4,700 Delta V. We went up last time with. I don't remember. I don't remember how much we went up, but 4792 is more than we had before, so that's fine. If I look at the first round here, we're probably just tacking on an additional 482 of Delta V, so that's probably how much extra we're getting out of those. It'll be fine. It does have some complexity to it, yes. You are building and designing your own space program, however far that extends. Hi, Gila. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Yeah, hi. Kitty. Petting the kitty on the floor because he flopped. Okay, so we have juice. We have juice. We have batteries. I think we might be good. I think we might be good. So we've solved the the physical problems with the ship. More juice, more up push, more electrical juice to survive the process, and then more. However, we have not solved the how to do it correctly problem. That is a problem I don't necessarily know how to solve. Is that a problem I have a method to solve? Is that a thing? Bringing Jeb might actually be a good plan. Extra cranberry juice would give a little bit more pep in the step, yes. Let's see. So Mech Jab is enabled. Mech Jab. Delta V stats. That's not quite what I need. I'm curious how much Mech Jab control we have. But before we do that, I need a BRB. Kitty. 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 He's being very needy again. Okay, so we launch, and we see the craft is too heavy. Okay, right, right. Okay, all right, fine. All right. In that case, fine. Definitely needs more cranberry juice. More. More weight. More weight. Alright, so what fresh hell is going to await me when we load back in here? Are we going to have the right vehicle, or are we going to have 1,700 parts from other vehicles? Looks like. Not as many as before, but still a lot. Okay, now we're not overweight. Now we have a big, robust platform to launch our rocket from. So let's do that. Let's check our Kerbals, make sure the right ones are here. Jeb to pilot the thing, and Bill. Sure, why not? I guess you get to come along for the ride, Jeb. And by come along for the ride, I mean you're driving this thing. There we go. Okay. Well, this is our lovely bit. Now, Mech Jeff, what do you got for me? We've got aircraft autopilot, editor, flight recorder, yada yada yada, smartass, stats. So we got rendezvous info. That doesn't help me with the rendezvous help thing. I was kind of hoping that we had something to help me with the rendezvousing, but maybe not. Okay, so let's see if we can set you. Come on. Give. I didn't mean to control it. That was not what I intended to do. I was just trying to target it. But I guess we're going up to space now. With all of my poor, hungry Kerbals. So we have a minor problem. I think when I switched over to this station, I think it might have made it so I can't revert. So my only option, if I want to be able to revert, is to go back and recover that craft before we do the thing. Okay, well that's fine and dandy, I suppose. Where are you? Where are you? You are... Oh, we're this one. This one. Yeah, so since I accidentally switched to, Kerbal ever so joyfully decides to forget everything related to your launch. And they assume that you meant to leave that ship there, and that you have no intention of recovering. So I'm going to need to recover it, and then relaunch it, if I want to have the revert option. Which is a bit of a shame. Okay, so here we are on the launch pad. Yeah, we can only revert to launch. Okay, so let's recover. Sigh. Only reason I didn't want to do that is because the loading screen simulator that we're currently rocking in this game is it's a little bit much. Okay. So, yep. Apparently we got some reputation for launching and recovering. Alright. Not quite what I expected, but sure. Apparently they were also awarded ribbons for launching and recovering. Sure, why not? So unfortunately, that one little mishap of clicking was a bit of a 5 to 10 minute loading time setback. Indeed. What's up, Paige? How you doing? Staring at a blank screen. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? With less spook ups this time. Yeah, and that's why I want to try to figure out if I can slim down the mod list at all. Get rid of some unnecessary stuff, if at all possible. Because the loading times are fantastic. Got your ear pierced the other day. Nice. How's it healing up? Obviously, it was just the other day, so probably still in progress. But how's it healing up? Alright. All good. I heard a bonk. We bonking? We bonking. Alright. Okay, so again, MechJab doesn't seem to have options. I was kind of hoping for an option to, like, auto rendezvous for me, because I apparently suck at it, but it's not a thing, apparently. So, how do I do this? So I can set as target. There we go. Okay. So you are at 412 and 90. Oh, interesting. I thought I set that a little bit higher than that. So 412 or 112 would be a good place to orbit up with it. So let's aim for 112, 497, something like that. Okay, that's good info. So then let's do this target of 112. And we'll even put you at 112.4. Sure, why not? Alright, Kerbal gentlemen, go. Go. Ooh, handy to have your own little consultant there, bitch. We're going. It does have that option. I just have to unlock it. Okay. Well, that's gonna be something I'll have to dig up. I also don't know how to use it, so that's another thing I need to figure out. Because if I'm gonna be awful at doing this, I'm going to need assistance. Which is why we have mods in the first place. Alright, Paige. Enjoy your YouTubes. Minor explosions, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Gift sub. Paige gave a gift sub tonight. Thanks, Paige. I dig it. I dig it. Thank you very much. we're going that way. Hey, those ones all separated without exploding. Nice. Okay, back in, Paige. All right, we're going that way. We're going that way a little bit harder. We're going. I note we're turning a little bit easier since I added the control ring there. That's a good thing. How are we doing this way? I mean, we're still a ways off, but we're getting there. Apple height is at 71, so we're going to be above the atmosphere soon. We're at 68, just about to hit above the atmosphere, which is great. Love it. And since we're above the atmosphere now, we're just gonna pop these out while we're burning. Oh, I don't know if I can do that while we're burning and warping. We'll wait. We'll wait until this thing has decided that it's time to do things. Which one is that? Ah, that's the black hole. Okay. There's a black hole out there somewhere. One of our goals, eventually. So one of my personal goals is to practice orbital maneuvers. Practice rendezvous. Because I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that badly. Alright, let's get these solars out. There we go. Every hole is a goal. Indeed. Look at that collection of dots out there. Fergus, Gorgus, Valor, Zor. I don't know. I think I decided that one's Minmus probably. We got Leary out there. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Ilnixie. All sorts of fun stuff out there to visit. Sarvin, Harvest, Magica. More dots. So many dots. There's Jewel. All the way out there. What was that? Debug, Berry Center, C. I think I know which one that one is. That's probably a... I don't know if I can rename that one. But either way. Make Rocket Abomination, watch it go boom. That is a favorite pastime for sure. But other goals include not watching it go boom and actually get places and do things. Base game, less to do, but of course we're heavily modded. So we have goals. We have goals of creating orbital space stations where people can live and work and do science. Goals of colonizing other planets and mining up valuable resources and sending it back home for profits, or turning it into fuel so we can send more rockets to do more things. All sorts of fun stuff. A good chunk of what I just said is mods. Base game has doing science, creating space stations. Base game does not have any survival elements, so your little green men can go out and do things without so much as a sip of water or snacks or anything like that. So we got mods to add a survival element to it. And once you add the survival element, then making colonies is much more important. Base game, you can certainly make colonies, and you can make orbital satellites and whatnot, but there's no strict purpose to it a lot of the time. Okay, so we are here. We are in orbit. We're done. Now, how do we get to the space station? How's our orbit looking? Our orbit is not perfect, so I should probably fix that. We are here. We're going that way. So we're currently chasing it. So we're a ways off from being able to meet up with it. So that's a thing we're going to need to fix. But I need to fix my ascending node first. Now, would it be more ideal to have my space station in a perfectly elliptical or equatorial orbit? Yes, that would be better. However, I don't have that, so I'm not going to get that. At least not until I can bring in a tug or something to shift its orbit a little bit. You can kind of sort of do a dodging and cleaning up of a space junk component. I don't have the button at the moment, but currently I have all of my space debris hidden, just so I don't see their orbit trails. But I do have space debris out there, and it is entirely possible that that space debris can start causing you problems. So I actually do have a longer-term plan to fix that by cleaning up after myself. The game does have a built-in automatic delete option to get rid of debris, but that's no fun. That's no fun at all. Okay, so we need to go maneuver. It's not realistically. It's not realistic. Well, it is realistically messy. Actually, come to think of it, because a whole bunch of debris in space is still damn near impossible to hit, unless you get really unlucky. So you can have a whole lot of space debris out there without ever really running into any of it. It's not until you hit like true Kessler syndrome where it becomes an issue, where things are flying around at full speed, and there's lots and lots and lots of thousands upon thousands of tiny little bits and bobs to run into things. So I think in theory you could get to that here, but your game would probably crash, due to performance well before you got to that problem. I'm going to clean up after myself anyway, but I don't think it's ever going to be an issue. You certainly can crash, but the likelihood of that happening is slim. Okay, so we're here. I need to warp to here. Yeah, absolutely. A rogue peanut can cause a lot of damage, absolutely. And that's where the Kessler syndrome comes in, is that we're not at the theoretical problem yet. We're not there just yet. We're getting there, and there have been some existential threats, with like Chinese space probes colliding and causing all sorts of problems with lots of extra debris. But again, we're not quite there yet. Ish. Yeah, ish, I think. Yeah, point one, that's good. Alright. We're zipping along. Yeah, so the Kessler syndrome is the name for the point at which there's too much crap in space to successfully get out into orbit without running into something. So it's like, we're fine where we're at, but if we start getting more debris up there, we will quickly become a lot less fine. And then once we hit Kessler syndrome, then we will be at a point where getting a rocket up from the planet to orbit is too hazardous and likely to explode. So when Mr. Musk was sending out just tons and tons of those communication satellites for the whichever he's called it, there were thousands of them. And people were starting to get concerned that he was going to be causing those problems. Starlink, yeah, that's the one. Alright, so let's see, where are we at? This Apo is at 12. I think this might be a good spot. Where's my closest approach? Do I not have a closest approach? What? Chill, bud. He's so loud. Yeah, deep space trawling, exactly. Alright, let's see. So where are we at currently? We are currently at 114 and climbing ever so slightly. I think so. That means that we're gonna hit our Apo at 114,859. So where's my parry? So I should probably do what I can to match these up. is not matching them up. That is not matching up at all. However, that's pretty good. So closest approach here is 3 point something. 3 point something. That's pretty good. That's basically what they are. Actually, it's various actual audio callouts from various space centers, and I believe most of them are recorded in Spanish and then played in reverse, so that they have the right sound, but they sound more Simlish than anything. Alright, so what if... No. No, okay. Trying to get a better approach here. What if we radial it a little bit? No. So that's the closest I can get from that point, is about 4 kilometers away. Now, Demos claims that I can get that approach once I'm at 4 kilometers away. I just don't know how to do that, because I'm not smart. So how do we solve this problem? How do I get... I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to think back. I streamed this ages ago, and a lot of it, and I was almost good at this, but I don't remember all my details anymore. So I think my main first goal should be to match up the appos. So I probably should start there. I'm trying to ask Demos, but he gets otherwise occupied. Alright, so this is my parry at 112. Apo here is 112. Apo here is 112, and 114 is my Apo. Okay, so if I try to weasel this to match up with this as close as possible, then we'll be in a good position. So let's get those two numbers visible. Oh. Okay. So we're looking at 112,497, if at all possible. We need to get somewhere in that neighborhood. What about 112,798? It's definitely getting there. The problem with these level of precise maneuver nodes is that I'm not able to have as much control as I'd like. And even if I get the maneuver node set up the way I want it, that is not to say that I'm actually going to be able to accomplish that maneuver. So that's a different problem. However, I think we're good. If I point you maneuver-wise, we've got 112,497 is the target, 112,601 is supposedly what I will be able to accomplish if I match those two up. So that will be a good first step, is to get those two numbers matched up. We have to do a whopping 1.8 meter per second burn. So this is going to be a very gentle push. Hey, that eye sucks. That's better than I managed to do, so kudos. I was better at the level building parts, not getting characters to do things parts. Alright, so we're gonna warp it. We're zipping and we're zooping. One of these days, I will figure out how to more effectively do these types of maneuvers. For right now, we're kind of learning on the fly, which is a bit of a problem, but not too bad. Okay, so let's zip forward a little bit. Orbital rendezvous maneuver. I'm just not good at it, Pine. Just not good at it. My nemesis, indeed. Nemesis. Possibly plural. Alright, so if we set this up as 1, now this would be something where I could, in theory, set it up so that it would come around in 2 or 3 cycles and match up without putting nearly as much burn on it. But I haven't figured out how to do that. Some sort of resonance orbit or something like that. So burn hard, make sure they meet up next time. That's probably the best bet that I'm going to be able to accomplish. Alright, I need that one. Yeah, I need that one. Okay. There's too many right-click things going on here. Alright, so 1.4 kilometers separation is about the best I can accomplish here. So we quick save. I think this will have to be the best that I can do. 1.4 kilometer separation at 356 meters per second relative speed. But then, once we get there, I have a hard time with the slowing down, matching, etc. But let's see if we can figure it out. We need to go maneuver. Yeah, I don't think arriving at 2K relative is great. Ideally, we would be arriving at less than 2K relative, and preferably not opposite directions. But you never know. All right, so we warp. Okay. And then we do a little bit more zippy zoom. Get a little bit closer. Okay. Done. We supposedly have an intersect coming up at 1.5 kilometer separation, so I mostly got there. Which is perfectly fine. Now we just gotta hope that we get there and survive it. So we're probably gonna warp to here, and then quick save and try that approach multiple times. Maybe we'll warp to like here. Because we zoom. Alright, quick save again. And then we can warp to, I don't know, here. Okay, so it should be coming up thereabouts. It's somewhere in this general space. We can't see it just yet. Or it's ahead of me. That's cool too. It's up there somewhere. Thereabouts. It's somewhere up there. So let's warp to here. No, definitely not the orange one. We're going yellow line. The orange line is a mission I haven't done yet. Okay. So where are you, bud? You are up ahead of me. Okay. So according to this, I should be able to... Am I set up right? We're set up to go prograde to target, I believe. Or do I want to go? I want to go retro to target. Sorry, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it backwards. I'm going to point the opposite direction. We're already going faster than target, basically. Hang on, I got a quick turn. Oh god. Quick, pivot! Pivot! Pivot faster. Yeah, problem is I don't have a lower orbit to come from. Alright, I still don't have eyes on it. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in here. But yeah, I don't have a lower target to come from. It's a very low orbital space station, which is probably my first mistake. And it's like 90 peri and 112 apo. So there's not much lower orbit to come from than that. I certainly could, but it would be very slim margins. Okay, it's back there apparently. Somewhere. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. But if we point target, if we can get to it. Possibly. There's going to be a little bit of excess fuel if I do all this right. So possibly. Alright, separation. It's getting closer. I'm going to have to do a quick turn to spin this thing around, but that's fine. Aha! I saw the dot. It does exist. It does exist. Hello, Sparkle. Alright, let's turn this thing around. See if we can get prepared to stop-ish. Stop relative. That's understandable, Sparkle. Yeah, look, it's right there. Found it. Look at that. I found it. I found the target. Never attempt to dock on the night side of the planet. Yes. Unfortunately, we're coming up on that real quick here. Okay. So let's slim down our speed a little bit. Okay. So now we just need to do gentle, closer approaches. Ah, it's real big. I didn't realize they were so close. Alright, that's fair. So I might need to get Bill out and push. Okay, so here's gonna be the moment of truth. Bill, get out. Yeah, we might have a minor collision. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, get your butt in there. Okay, so now we just need to dock that thing. Which, unfortunately, we're a little bit too close. got a little too close here. Let's see if we can get out of the way a little bit. You have entered power drive. Alright. I unfortunately can't do that, Pine. And that is because these guys are adrift a little bit. I kinda accidentally killed them ish. Yeah, don't worry about it. It is an actual ghost space station that I am attempting to recover. Whoa, whoa, you spun too hard, bud. Here, let's make that a little bit better. So now we do the spinny dance. And see if we can line these things up. This is probably going to take some effort. All right, let us retro. Let us kill some speed here. Point back to target. Get a little bit more speed. And by a little bit, I mean very little bit. Alright, then we need to... this way. Yeah, that's part of why we're bringing Kerbals over, is because I accidentally ghosted this ship by not having the right amount of supplies. We are very quickly losing our light. This is the problem. ah. We're just about there. Hey! Look at that! Just as we hit the night side. Look at that. Clap. One clap is deserved. Whew, boy. Well, that was a bloody nightmare that I was not braced for. My orbits changed drastically in the process. About a kilometer off in both directions, so we're definitely gonna need to fix that. But yeah, we did it. It's attached. Things are happening. We're quick saving. We are quick saving. Okay, so what's the survival prospect on these people? We have Guernsey, Ribden, Stabbert, and Tedemone, or Tedemone, however we're going to pronounce that. They are all terminated. They're all homesick, and they don't want to play anymore. So we don't have much time to fix them, other than to bring them home. So I could put Bill and Jeb here temporarily, and then bring maybe a couple of them home or something like that. But yeah, we need to fix their life situation. But okay, so now that we've saved, quick save again just to be sure. I need to do this. I am hoping that this will not cause explosions, but you never know. So is everything oriented the way I need it to? Let's lights on that. Let's lights on you. Your lights on down. Kind of wanted that up. Can I rotate that? Can I rotate you? Just not doing what I had hoped it would. It'll explode. This is Kerbal. That is fair. That is absolutely fair. I need... We might need to reload a couple times just to see how this all works. Because in theory, I push this button and they just compress as they are. They delete these two docking nodes and they attach this piece to this piece. In theory. In fact, let's go back to light side. Hooray, light. Okay. So yeah, in theory, these two docking nodes will compress, and this attaches to this, and they become permanent space station. In theory. The rotate option would supposedly let me determine a rotation amount, and it will automatically rotate. The problem is I don't know which direction any of these are. So I could do like a 90-degree angle, but I don't know which direction that is. Or I could flip it 180 and flip this thing around. So I kind of want to flip it around because I wanted this dot, that to be up top, I think. I don't remember what my design was, in all honesty, but that's fine. It's a relatively minor element. So flip that 180. Let's just see what it does. If worst case, we have to reload. So angle 180, compress and rotate. Hey, look, it compressed and rotated. Sweet. Look at those things rotate. Those things are rotating real good. See? Compress and rotate. Perfect. They are so rotatey. All right, let's load that. Is it just base quick save? Is that the one that does the quick save? Oh, I get it. I get it. So maybe we do this without the compress and rotate. Maybe just compress will be fine. Meh. I get it. I get it. It should be strut free. Should. Hi, kitty. Hi. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. So I learned a couple things about the maneuver nodes, or the orbital rendezvous maneuver. But primarily I learned that I, at the very least, need a Kerbal or a probe that has the ability to do target lock. Because that makes the whole process a hell of a lot easier. Okay, let's do this without any rotation. Just compress. Kabam! Nice. It's a very explosive process, but it works. But it works. Let's warp back to light side just so we can see what's going on. Howdy, Draconite. How you doing? We are indeed in space. It is like welding with dynamite, yeah. Kind of similar to railway thermite welding. Just slap a whole bunch of fire in it, it'll be fine. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. Alright, so this is the first tiny bit of my very large planned space station. So this is going to be undocked. Another part is going to be attached to this end here on a later launch. We've learned things from this launch, like don't forget to bring a battery and slap some solar panels on it so you can actually have energy. We've also learned that, oh yeah, that. This one, you know, let's get Bill to install that while we're here. I have it as a pre-built saved contraption in the VAB, so it's fine. Bill, upright, please. There you go, bud. So I have it all planned. I just need to execute, which is a bit of a problem. All right, so this we take. And how do I... Ah, right. This we take this way. Yeah, it's like that. I can go back in there. I need to go over this way. Where'd you go? Oh, probably lost access to the container. This needs to go over here. Like that. Did that weld? It seems to have worked. Okay. Look at him. Look at how happy he is. He's a happy little dude. Bonk. I missed. I think it's on the other side. Okay, so now I would like to probably extend this orbit a little bit, like you said, Pine, to get a little bit extra oomph. Only problem is I need to be able to have enough juice to get this thing back down again. But I want that 89 to not be 89. 89 is not nearly high enough for this thing. I really wanted a low orbit, but that does make it very difficult to rendezvous with the station if it's such a low orbit. So probably should have it at like 150 or 200 or something like that. I think this one's at 2, yeah, 2 something. So loud. So let's warp to here. That was a very quick prograde. There we go. Okay. Over 120 for better time warp. That's probably a good plan. Yep. All right. So let's do this. We'll do a very gentle push, so we don't go all out of whack. Because this thing is definitely not on a good center of thrust. We're getting there. We're at 112 and climbing, and then we're at 108 and climbing. Even just that orbital maneuver process dropped 1,000 off of each of the heights. It's a little bit weird to drop almost 1,000 by just touching and docking with it. But I guess we're dealing with pretty low margins here, so it's fine, I guess. Alright, 116 and 111. I think you're right, at least 120 is probably good. Probably want to stick about 150, because that gives me a little bit better of a low warp, or a low orbit to work with. I don't know if I got enough juice in this to do a 150, but we'll see where we can push it. I just want to have enough juice to bring this thing back home again. $125 and $111. $132. I don't know why that still says Umbra on it. I think I moused over one of these buttons unintentionally. Yeah, I think that's roughly right, Pine. I don't remember all the details. I know there's definitely some better efficiency things, but I've never been great at efficiency and optimizing. I tend to lean more towards overcompensation and higher power. Alright, so we're just about at 150 here. A little bit longer to push. Alright, there's 150. And turn off the RCS because that's also throwing off my jam. And then we can warp to the opposite side and push a little bit over there. Whee! So one thing that I did not plan yet on my space station, I've mostly planned for science on one wing, which this big old honking thing here is kind of the science. I call it the science hub because it's got the 4 nodes on it that I'm going to attach 4 science elements on each of those points, and then another science thing on the big end here, and then some solar. On the opposite side is greenhouse for the for extending the life stay of our peeps. But I need to plan for more habitation because clearly these people aren't able to stay up here for very long. So I've got this wing planned and I've got this wing planned. So habitation can be on one of these other 2 axes. And then we'll figure out some stuff after that. Alright, we're at 125. I'm pushing a little bit harder this time because my patience is lower. But thankfully most of my bulk is right here. So this bit isn't throwing off my center of mass as much. But we're getting there. 134. 140. And judging on how much fuel I'm using, I've got plenty to bring this thing back home again. 145. That'll do. We ended up at 154 and 149 because I ended up not pushing right. I can always change that a little bit later, but 149.6 is just fine. I guess I could pop over to this side and push it out just a little bit further, just to maximize while I'm here. I love the rotation persistence. I love that I can keep this thing pointing prograde the entirety of the warp. It's such a great mod. Okay. And then just a little bit of a push here. And let's go with 151-ish. Whatever, it's fine. $154.5. There we go. Good enough. So we're at 155-ish orbit. So we did this. I expected to be able to do a little bit more than that, but turns out my learning curve on my my orbital rendezvous took a little bit longer to get used to. But we did accomplish things, and things are good. So again, heavily modded KSP with plans for multiple colonies, multiple space stations, plans for, tourist traps and industry, mining, resource gathering, asteroid mining, interstellar travel, all sorts of plans. I don't know how much of this is going to be streamed versus videos versus me playing in my off time, so I still have to put some thoughts behind that process. I'll get these guys home. I need to make a plan for recovering and manning the space station, because clearly they're not happy with their current situation. So I need to make a plan for that, and that might include a drone core to make sure that this thing is good. I might even leave this guy up here for a bit since it's got a drone core, so I can control the whole thing until I can bring up another one. So this might be a temporary permanent attachment. I hate to leave Bill and Jeb up here for longer term, but they've got 30 days before they freak out on me. No, my supplies are empty too. I forgot about that. They've got 15 days before they freak out on me, according to these numbers. So I'm going to need to send up supplies real quick. That's a problem. Can I do this one? Habitat's going. Hey, Gila. Gila's mashing his face on my thing. Alright. Something happened where it's not producing producing supplies anymore. And I don't know exactly what happened with that. I think I know how to fix that, but it's gonna be some effort. So I need to make some plans. I need to figure this out. But KSB, we're back, baby, and we're doing stuff. It's gonna be a journey. It's gonna be a journey that we're here for. So that'll be it for tonight. We'll let these guys float peacefully in space, not knowing that their fate is not having enough supplies to keep themselves alive for very long. And then I'll have to come back and fix them soon. Gila, what are you doing? He's just repeatedly bashing his face against my camera. Stab it, you dork. Tomorrow night we have a special What the Friday coming up, with a lovely new game that dropped today. I look forward to that. I'm not going to give any more information away. It's in my Discord if you feel like looking. But little fun times. So that'll be it for tonight. Pine, thank you for the assist near the end there. Dracodai, thanks for hanging out and stopping by. Sparkle, Knight, Isaacs, Docs, anyone else lurking out there, I appreciate y'all hanging out. And I will see you next time. Bye.